Come with me for a moment. I'm in a stairwell at the back of a building in Marble Arch. I'm at an event. It's our lunch break and I'm sitting on the stairs eating my lunch, feeling emotional and overstimulated. I'm writing. As I write and process the morning, I'm transported back to my school lunch breaks, book in hand, headphones on, alone on the grey pebbled ash lino floor of the library block stairwell. Earlier today, at this event, Suzy Ashworth shared something about how the 10k her, the 50k her, and the 500k her were all different and yet the same. And it got me thinking about how all of us have experiences that have impacted us and led us to become the people that we are. But at our core, we've not changed. We've changed in every possible way, and yet we are still the same. There was definitely a £3 pair of earrings me and a £13 pair of earrings me and a £30 pair of earrings me and a £300 pair of earrings me. Once upon a time I would buy £3 earrings from Claire's Accessories, and now I buy £300 pairs from independent makers. I started out buying £2.50 cards from artists that I loved, and now I buy £250 prints. My mindset and sense of value have increased and expanded, but underneath, I'm still the same. I still process fear and change and challenge the same way. The two core strategies remain the same: self-reliance, self-protection, alone. Here I am alone in a stairwell processing. Actually, what happened was beautiful, and I'm in the stairwell so that I can give myself the space and time I need to process. I was walking to get some sushi, and a homeless man with a prosthetic lower leg and foot looked at me and asked for something. I made eye contact with him, as I always do, because intimacy matters to me, and he asked me how I was. I answered, "I'm good," and asked him how he was, but I'm walking and the noise of the street is loud and I'm not really listening. I see his mouth moving and the words, "I could do with a hug. Would you give me a hug?" are not heard by my ears but communicated from this crumpled man on the floor. Would you have given him a hug? I say, "No, I'm sorry, not today," mostly to myself as I'm past him now. I keep walking because I do not have the capacity to give anyone anything. I'm overstimulated from the event I'm at, and I know I need to protect my energy. But as I take the next 5 steps, my heart says, "Hug him." And I always obey my heart, so I go back. The hugs, the words exchanged, the tears, the energy in motion, the alchemy, the release in that transaction were wildly profound. "Thank you," he says to me with tears streaming down his face. "My mama could never do that for me." "You are welcome," I say. "Thank you," I say, as I leave him, for asking for what you needed. He says, "Can I have another hug?" I give him another. We talk more. He says, "Can I have another? And then, can you give me my number? Can I give you my number? And can you call me maybe later? I'm really lonely." And I feel the feelings of too muchness. The discomfort rises in me, but the words come out of my mouth calmly and with such ease. "No, Williem, can this, what we have shared here now, be enough?" "Yes," he says. Being me and not over-giving gets to be profoundly intimate and life-changing, transformative, potent, healing, and enough. Like a queen who would rather dress in servant clothes and ride into the citadel to be among the people and see what they need rather than hold court and be asked of while she sits in her throne disconnected. I look up and there's a painting of a boat, the sovereign star. I am that, I think. I am a sovereign. I am a star. But I am not treating myself like one. I am one in a million. And I'm not just saying that lightly. I would much prefer to tell you that I am not special, because I am not unique, and that I am just like everyone else, but I am unique and I am special. I was born at 27 weeks in 1980. I weighed 3 pounds. I did not just beat the odds to be conceived and gestated and born, but I have survived that for a reason. And I have experienced much hardship, and I am resilient as fuck. And you are likely also a resilient motherfucker because you survived and you are self-reliant and protective and resilient. You are a warrior. You are a sovereign queen or king. You are entitled to be treated like royalty. You are entitled to walk with an army. You are not the kind of entitled you just heard in your head. You are alive for a reason. You are alive to experience ease, richness, joy, and more. The adversity you have lived through served you. But you are totality and duality, and you get to experience both in your life. You are allowed, and it is possible for you. It is possible for you to be you and have it easy and light and be playful and rich and meaningful and full of depth and beauty and love, and no other shoe has to drop. It doesn't have to overwhelm you if you allow yourself to be less self-reliant and fighty. You get to have fulfillment, satisfaction, peace, success, delight, but first you have to believe it is possible for you and be willing to give up control, logic, tension, and trying to hold it all. You get to be the same version of you that you have always been, but change how you process fear and challenge. You get to choose to surrender and enjoy it. You get to let go. You get to let go so that birth can happen, so that the orgasm can happen, so that there is enough space and softness to actually fucking enjoy the experience. You cannot be the you that you are now and have the fulfillment that is eluding you. And here is the mind glitch. You still get to be you. You are still the you that spent their lunch break hiding in a book in order to process and digest and cope. But you're going to need new ways to see and be the elements of yourself. This is alchemy. Same elements, different intent, different process, different ways to express, different ways to hold yourself, different ways to relate to what you value, different ways to understand what is happening, which are different ways of being the fire, earth, water, and air of you. Different ways of being the sovereign, warrior, lover, and magician of you. Different ways of relating to your inner child, victim, prostitute, and saboteur. Different ways of doing reliance, protection, worth, and doubt. Different ways of seeing and being yourself. I see myself differently today than I did yesterday. I am able to see that I am an incredibly special North Star, guiding the kings to the King of Kings. My mastery is sharing the one tiny paradigm shift that makes all your experiences land differently. It's not 10 million things. It's not 10 million pounds or dollars, but it is more valuable than anything because it is taking away years of destruction, years of spending money on the wrong things, years of secretly believing and not wanting to believe that you have to be someone other than you yourself in order to be fulfilled. My mastery is in showing you the one tiny perspective shift that allows you to see and be the sovereign being and star that you are, so that you trust your authority over yourself and over the world, over and above everyone else's. Like Williem, if you can be honest about what you really need and ask for it, it is available for you right there on the street in plain sight. You already have everything you need. You just need to see yourself differently. So what I want for you through Embody Your Design, through Misfit to Maven, through the Value Filter, through all of the programs and experiences that I hold and work with, is for you to have your true nature affirmed and for you to learn how to state shift, alchemize, or activate for polarity or for harmony, right? And later in the year, my next kind of signature thing will be dropping, and that is Kismet Flicks. And Kismet Flicks is going to be the Gaia TV or the Sky TV for healers and helpers, leaders and founders and neurospices
who relate to this and who want bite-sized chunks of all of this information in a way that inspires, gives them a different perspective, and helps them fall more in love with themselves. It's for you if you don't want to certify in any of these things, but you want to be the expert on your own design. Then you get to come and learn and enjoy and be inspired. All of that inside Kismet Flicks. You get to embody it inside Embody Your Design. You get to really get your compass from the value filter so that you can come back to alignment again and again.